What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day here, bringing you another nice little something. This one is by the company who makes my favorite survival knife, Steel Will. As you've seen, its big brother, the Roamer, get tested here. I am bringing you today the little Cutjack. And like the Steel Will Roamer that I have, which is, I believe, the 300 series, this one is, let's see right there, D2, which is awesome. So let's get over the not so great first. These little handles, right? The body of this thing is like a hard plastic. Not the most attractive pattern, but it works. All right, it's OD green. They have it in a bunch of different colors. As unattractive as this little plastic is, it doesn't matter because it offers a really good feel. I know that closed, I want to say it's like 4.5 inches closed, and the blade itself is 3.5 inches, making it, obviously, do the math, 8 inches, right? I knew that ahead of time. I didn't do the math that fast. That would have been killer for me. It does have an internal lock, right? And it is built really well. There is no wiggle, no wobble, no nothing. And you guys know my love for D2 steel. I love it. So here's another thing that you know I love. Two things on a knife. I love a choil and I love jimping. This one not only has jimping up front to go with the choil to give it a really nice area to choke up on. It even is textured right here. It's got a little jimping on the flipper, which is good. Oh, it does have a boot clip that is reversible. But here's the thing. Look at this back here. This nice big piece right here is jimping all the way around the heel. And you're thinking, well, what does that matter? Oh yeah, lanyard hole. Well, what does that matter? I'll tell you what. See my pinky? My pinky goes in the choil. My hand fits around this. Now look at my thumb area where it's going to be sitting. This entire part of my hand is on that jimping. Now this is going to be awesome for throwing blows. You know what I mean? The Cutjack is just a great piece. The blade is beautiful. It's a great looking blade. It's got a really nice, looks like a little partial saber grind there or something. It's fantastic. The D2 steel is just remarkable. It does have a tensioner, so you can adjust it how you want it. For me, I think it came out of the box perfect, and this is exactly how it came out of the box. I'm not trying to enter any speed competition, so I'm not worried about that. Look at the setup here. It's not off to one side on either side. It's absolutely perfectly built. It's Steel Will. I know these retail for like $50, but you can go to any like Army surplus store or eBay or anything like that, and you can find this knife in this setup with D2 steel for, I want to say, like $30-something. You know what I mean? It's really worth the money. And like I tell you all the time, I can tell you all day, but I'd rather just show you. So let's go. I don't know what we're going to really do for testing. I haven't figured it out yet because, you know, it's a little guy, but we're going to find something fun. All right, so first things first. We are going to use the good pinky in the choil hold, and I'm going to throw a quick hook and see what we can't do with this bottle here. I'm going to have to scooch way down since it's so low, but I have no doubts that it should do pretty well. I see a lot of water, which means it took a nice clean cut all the way through the point of impact. So now I'm going to hold it the other way. Actually, I'm going to lower my grip on it, use my thumb on the choil, and I'm actually going to go with a side grip, and we're going to see if we can't get the rest of this thing. And I mean, that's just two clean cuts with a little tiny D2 Steel Will blade, the Cutjack. So yeah, this thing opens bottles in an unorthodox way. So if you're really thirsty but you don't have time to unscrew caps, this will open a freaking bottle. So let's go do some more. You know, during this video I was also in the process of making Italian sausage. Just so you know, food prep, wow, I just totally lost you there. Food prep is so easy with this thing. Yeah, it does it all. It's the Cutjack. So let me get out of the kitchen and keep going. All right, we're back again. That sausage was freaking-licious. All right, so here we have, I would do a drop test, but it's so light that I have fear that it just won't have enough weight to carry and bite in. I don't think it's going to. I don't even know about even throwing it. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that'll work. So it's a lightweight blade, so you're not going to get a ton of digging into something by throwing it, so that's almost a waste of time. What's not a waste of time, however, is let's checking the edge, and this edge is worth checking. Like I said, it's D2, not the R2 kind, it's just regular D2. And who knows, maybe that's the D2 R2 is made of. Ooh, we didn't even think about that. Maybe he's just R2 unit made of D2 steel. I'm gonna have to run some checks on that and see how close to retarded I am. All right, so here we are. We're feather sticking, yada yada yada. If you questioned that this was gonna not be able to feather stick, then you A, haven't been watching my videos, and B, haven't been past 3rd grade. It's a great little carver. Was I even in? I hope so. It's a does-it-all type knife. Even, and I haven't done this yet, but I have so much faith in it that I'm gonna see if it'll take a pounding. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This will take a pounding, like that girl on prom night who stayed back 4 times. This thing, softwood, hardwood, it doesn't matter. It's going straight through. Bada boom, bada bing. And the only thing it gained was dirty. But, I mean, it's D2 steel. That edge is flawless. You can see the lock there, that internal lock or frame lock holds up really nice. Taking a beating, it's still gonna work, so don't freak out of, oh no, if you beat them they're not gonna lock up or move, blah blah blah. It's a steel will. Here's a cool thing I didn't tell you about before. Now generally when you see these and they have this little printing on the blades, it's usually some kind of like a print. Literally they print it on there and it fades off. This is actually carved in, right? So it's textured, you can feel it. And it's not just steel will with the little steel will symbol. It's not just Cutjack or C22M, but even the little D2 is cut in there. Everything is etched into this blade, which I thought was kind of cool because most of them don't do that. This one does. Let's keep going. Okay, we've established that it's small and it's light, so you already know that it's not a chopper. However, that doesn't mean you can't clear a limb, right? You can't take away all the little pieces that go on the end of a stick. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna clear one right here and get it down, and maybe we'll even be able to hack away and get this thing down. Let's see. So freaking light, but it's steel will, so it's gonna get the job done. So let's see, we're gonna do some notching here. And this is so sappy. I don't know if you can see it. It's literally dripping on the edge. So that's good and bad. It's bad because when you get sap on your edge, it affects how your blade is gonna cut, because it's got a bunch of sticky sap on there. What's good is when you're doing a review, let me get a little closer to you guys. When you're doing a review, the more mucked up you can get the edge and show that it still performs, the better. And this is pretty mucked up, but I have no doubts in the ability to perform. So notching is great. So if you need to make structures, bedding, anything like that, it's just going to get the job done, and it's going to do it easily. I mean, easily. It's just a really, really nice freaking blade. You're going to notice I say the word frickin' a lot. That's because it's because I say frickin' a lot. Just thought I'd put it out there. So here we go. That one went right through. Just caught onto the tail end. You can see it's not a break, it's an actual cut. Let's see. That is actually slicing really, really nicely through, but I'm just missing the mark. Here we go. Nice. Steel Will Cutjack. I mean, this thing is awesome. Now, here's the thing. I have the sap. I don't know how well you can see how wet that is. It is all over this blade. But what I'm going to try and do here is, even with a sappy blade, look at that. I wonder if you guys are even seeing that. There's hair all over stuck in this sap. Do you know why? Because that hair is coming straight off of my arm. And this is after use, right? Look at that. Look at that. This is after use, and not only after use, but after it's covered and coated in nasty, sticky sap. So, I mean, look, you see the dirt where it's stuck? That entire edge was saturated. So, let's see. We'll clean some of this edge off, and now we'll go back, and you see, it's just shave sharp. And if you're looking for a blade that can keep you all hemmed up in the wilderness and looking your best for, you know, mama bear's porridge, this thing is going to get the job done. It's awesome. Let's keep going here. All right, so I have you guys literally balancing on like a little one of these, little one of those. So hopefully you don't fall down. What I want to do is I want to try and throw a shot to see if I can get this little limb off from underneath without at the same time knocking you guys down. So let's see. Holy crab apple. I went through the first one and actually hit the second one, and as you can see, that's a slice, not a break. That's 2 on one swing. So let me see if I can hit a thicker piece, because that was pretty impressive. Oh, did I almost knock you guys down? All right, put a nice little put a nice cut into it. The problem is, as soon as I hit it, this thing's moving. So what I want to do is pick it up off the ground. I'm going to try to come down on it and see if we can't get a nice long slice. Well, you know what happened? I think it where I sliced it before, and I didn't think I went in far enough. Apparently I did, because just hitting it made that just flop right over. And this is green, it's not dried. So I'm going to try that again. Let's see. I just wish it was more sturdy. D2 steel Will, 3.5-inch freaking blade. I mean, what do you want? That's pretty damn impressive, right? Okay, so what I have here, just to show you how it maintains its sharpness after all I did, just digging it into the dirt and cutting through pine and chopping off little branches and cutting sausage. Here is a plastic athletic cone. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am just going to very, very easily slice straight through these things like it's nothing. So now what I want to do is double it up. See if we can catch it without, because it's going to be flopping in my hands. Let's see if I can get it equal, because I got to figure out a way to do this without cutting off my fingers. And I'll tell you why. I really dig having fingers. They come in really handy when you have to flip off a taxi cab. Easy, easy, easy peasy. This is the steel wheel Cutjack in D2. You know what? Instead of bringing it over there, let's just finish it off. It's exactly what I just said it is, and it's exactly what I showed you it is. If you want a sub $40 knife, and it's not sub 40, you know, retail, I get it, but you can find them easily sub 40. Sub 40, it's got good grip, even though the grip is ugly and it's plasticky. The grip is good. You hold on very well. The frame lock holds on very well. The little, you know, flipper, boop, works very well. The clip is reversible. The rear jimping is great. The front jimping is great. The choil is nice and big. For a 3.5-inch blade, that choil is fantastic. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, to love about this little knife. For me personally, it's the fact that I can share donuts with it. And who doesn't love a donut? So, I don't know. I'll tell you what, sub 40 bucks, if you're looking for a, you know, an everyday, all day, any day type carry, pretty much have it for any remedial task that you're going to need it for, this knife will really do better than the trick. It'll really help you out with all your, you know, daily tasks and daily needs. Is it a survival knife? Nope. Is it a throwing knife? Nope. Is it a chopper? Nope. Is it a camp knife? Nope. But it's a pocket knife, and a pocket knife that, you know, does well beyond the pocket. So if you need a good lockback and you want something serious, a serious little cutter, then this guy right here will do better than the job. This is the steel wheel Cutjack, and you will not find a better knife at an equal price. I'll guarantee you that. All right, so I am Donnie B all day, and until next knife.